silentgym.com. They can get all the details they need from right there. Like I promised at the beginning, and the title of this episode is How to Sell Physical Products Without Ever Seeing or Touching Those Products. This isn't pie in the sky, guys. This is a very realistic business model for everyone from those of us needing a couple extra $100 a week to make ends meet to a client of mine I heard from a couple days ago who sold 20,000 units of his product in one day. Yeah, 20,000 units in one day. This is one of my paid clients who maybe we'll get him on a show at some point, and I'll tell you guys about the product and more details, but everything in between. But what they all have in common, a lot of the most successful people in our community have in common is they're selling physical product and they're not touching them or seeing them or shipping them themselves. That's what makes selling physical product in the biggest world market that the world has ever seen, the Amazon marketplace. That's what makes it such an international opportunity. You see, a large portion of our community doesn't live in the United States, but they're selling physical products in the United States every day. And these are products that they've never seen or touched. In many cases, it's products that they've sourced from, they're living in Singapore or Australia or the UK, or my buddy Barrington lives in Jamaica on a little island, right? But he's able to source and shop for products inside the United States, have those products shipped to a prep partner, which we'll put a link in the show notes to anything I talk about along these lines, okay? And you can always go to silentgym.com and ask us a question about any episode as well, and we'll answer those questions. But we have prep partners. There's numerous prep partners in the United States. So you have your product shipped there. They open the product up, inspect it, make sure it looks good, send it into Amazon, and then you just wait to get paid. So we have people doing online sourcing or even paying people to do off-the-shelf retail sourcing. Here's how creative you can get with this, guys. Again, you can live anywhere in the world and do this. Your geographic location doesn't matter for this business model. Your level of business education doesn't matter. What color you are, your worldview, where you went to college or if you went to college, no one cares. That's the beauty of the internet business model. That's why I get so excited about it, is because literally anyone living anywhere with a little bit of ambition and creativity can build an incredible business in what I believe is the greatest mega trend to ever hit commerce, not just e-commerce, but commerce in general. That mega trend is online shopping. So just to back up a little bit more and hopefully convince you of how exciting this isn't just my opinion. This is exciting, guys. If you look at retail, let's just look at the United States, all retail shopping, people getting in their car and going to the store, people getting online and buying stuff, everything that's bought or sold in the United States. I want you to take a mental guess right now. What percentage of those products are bought and sold online versus traditional offline retail, brick and mortar, some people call it. So just get a number in your head. I want you to commit to it because I want you to do something with me here in just a minute. So you got your number yet? Think about it. Get your number. What percentage is done online versus offline? And if you've been in the world of internet marketing for very long or internet business very long, odds are your number in your head right now is way too high. Because check this out. We are still well under 10% online shoppers in the U.S., meaning 90% plus of all shopping is still happening offline, retail stores, store shelves, people getting in their car, going places and buying stuff. 90%. Okay, so this is in its infancy. This is a mega trend that will be with us for a very, very long time. If you're thinking, well, it's too late to get into that. eBay was doing that 10 years ago. That's all saturated now. Dude, no, we're talking about a tiny little piece of the overall retail pie. And that transition is coming. That tidal wave is coming. At some point, we will see 10, 15, 20, 30, 40, maybe over 50% of all of our shopping will be done online. But right now, it's in its infancy. Those of us who've been doing it for 10 years, trust me, we feel like babies in this whole game because new opportunities and new changes are coming constantly. So now is the time to get into learning to sell physical products online. And if you remember those three business models we've talked about in the past, I've talked to you about the C, the E, and the S, right? That's the name of our conference. In the Silent Sales Machine book, I dive deep into the C, the E, and the S. And I've told all of you, if you're not sure where to start with the S in CES. So I'm not going to talk about the C or the E at all today. Just the S, which stands for sell physical product. That's what we're talking about today. But most people are afraid of that model because when I start talking about selling physical product, it's always the same list of concerns that people have. It's, well, Jim, I don't want to have a garage full of stuff. I don't want to have a bunch of stuff that I have to put tape on boxes. I don't want to have to juggle inventory and make sure it gets to the customer on time and figure out shipping. I don't want to do all that stuff. It's not complicated, guys. And I know the temptation is there. Again, this is a topic I dive very deep into in the Silent Sales Machine book, which, by the way, man, that book is off the charts right now, guys. You've just boosted it. The sales on that book are going nuts because of this podcast, because of you guys spreading the word. Thank you for that. But one of the things I talk about in that book is all the places where you shouldn't start. And if you just want to get that chapter, all the places where you shouldn't start, that's one of the free chapters. If you go to silentsalesmachine.com, download the 2 free chapters. One of them is all the places where you shouldn't start. Because if I can save you from disasters, I see that as one of my responsibilities, having an audience of people who listen to me for business advice. Saving you from disasters is the first job. I've got to stop you from all your bad habits before I can teach you the good ones. That's just the way the world works. I can't help